before the game, we warmed up on the soccer field next to us. I think it's Jordan Field, right? And we were all just, I think we were in the zone. Like everyone was very focused. Everyone was doing their warm up, working on the things they needed to work on to get ready for this game. And then as soon as we got to the side and we're about to go on, we were so happy. There's a really great picture of it as well, like, because we had to line up and everyone in our team is in line. We're ready to go. We're smiling. We're so happy.
In this last game, it wasn't a perfect game. The weather was terrible. We had some key players have to come out, and it wasn't the perfect day. Not everything went to plan, but we were still able to keep our heads up. We're still able to have fun. I remember before the game, we were having a ton of fun. During the game, we were dancing. We had music. We were coming together, even in the middle of a snowstorm. Like, I think our ability to maintain our composure and keep having fun, keep connecting with each other, like that really set our ability to win this game.
It was early on in the game, and I think it really encompassed a lot of like what we were trying to do in that game. And I would say set the tone, like we knew we had to be physical. The big hit from Robbie to really set the tone.
I can't even remember how many times we practiced our kicking game.
Yeah, this clip makes me laugh as well because you could tell we just were not willing to let them have the ball back. Like we turned it over, we wanted to keep it. It was, like as soon as Rick gets a hand on that ball, we're all over it. And then here as well, Dom is like, that is my ball. Great.
This is a really great play. I think the ball was like just so free flowing. And our connection on this day was just like phenomenal. I think we really peaked in this game.
And Sophie gets the ball. It's a classic like Sophie step inside moment, and she read it really well, takes the gap, and then just offloads it.
We have a couple players that have scored a few nice tries in games with just quick reaction to those, but 15 minutes left in a national championship game, you're 2 points down, you've got to think smart and just think points. And I think that was great composure to do that.
This moment was, I said we were calm, but this kick, like Brogan is a great kicker. We all knew that she could make this kick. She knew she could make this kick, but I felt like time stopped in this moment. And she also took a while, but it felt like time stopped.
That was the first time that we had ever had our stands that full. And what a great game to go off as a senior.
I knew I was like, I need to be there. I need to get that over the line. It happened so many times. Sometimes it happened successfully. Sometimes we hadn't quite got it over, or like we'd been hit before. And we can just see Erin and I are like, yes, like we did it right this time.
And even if Achele hadn't been able to put it across, she still had Erica, she still had Ari, like we were just really well set up. And I think at this point, like the Army defense was definitely feeling the pressure that we were putting on them the whole game, which allowed us to create those gaps.
Brogan had this like incredible try-saving tackle, and if Brogan hadn't come in there with that hit, there was no one else left. And she probably could have scored under the post, and a converted try would have been the game. So like against a team like Army, when you see that kind of tackle, I just think being able to stay in the game when you know anything can happen is just, it's so important.
Dom is the star of this, but I'll say a little bit.
No, this is great work.
I definitely didn't want to have, this was like, I'm having a positive tackle, a little squeeze ball here, which is always fun. And then look at this. Yeah. This is like just amazing. Out the back to the wing, all this space. Step. I love it. Every time
Okay, but I don't want to undersell your contribution here, because if you hadn't sucked in like 8 players, there's no way the space would have been like out wide. Like you refusing to go down, sucked in all the forwards, sucked in all the backs, and then allowed like Brogan and me to have just a 1v1 or 2v2, I guess, on the outside. So thank you for that hard work.
So for me, like looking at that game, and just when you watch the whole game and 80 minutes of it, you can look at all those plays. But like I said, there was that tackle, there was that break, that game-saving tackle that happened moments before we sealed it. That could have been the game, but you never saw a dip in our performance, And I think that is mental toughness, and that's the mental aspect of the game, and that's I think the character that leads to championships and leads to those wins. Is that no matter what happens, it's another day in the office, it's next play mentality, and you just keep going and playing your game. and you just have to kind of brush off the errors or the things that don't go your way. And I think that in that game, we were just switched on for 80 minutes. And it's hard to do that as a team, and that's something we had practiced and worked on all season. So it was great to see.